Have you ever lost something? Whether it be your keys, phone, water bottle, or laptop, chances are you probably have. What if there was a way to effortlessly find your lost items? That's Found. Your items found. Hi, I'm Marcus Mauricio. I'm a full stack website developer and junior at Crofton High School in Maryland. Follow along as I guide you through my project and how I'll help you find lost items. Found is a full stack web application that allows registered users to post items to the platform. Before items can be visible to users, they first have to be approved by an admin to ensure that the item is appropriate. To help users find their items, a photo can be added. Once a user has found an item that's theirs, they can submit a claim by tapping the item from the homepage and then clicking the Claim Item button. This will create a claim for an admin to review, and once it's approved, the user will receive an email. Now, let me show you a live demonstration of how to create an item on Found. I'm signed in as a regular user on my iPhone. As you can see, there are 2 approved items that have been added by other users on the platform. If I tap an item, it will allow me to see more details about the item, like a description or what category it's in, as well as a larger photo. It also allows me to press the Claim Item button to submit a claim. But for now, we just want to create a new item. So I'll go back to the home screen and I'll press the camera tab at the bottom. I'll press Allow to allow access to the camera. And now, as you can see, we have a live camera feed. To add the item, I'll align it within the camera view and I'll press the white capture button at the bottom. Now I can fill in more details about my item. I can give it a name. I can also set a type. There's different categories for small, medium, and large items. I'll do a lunchbox or bag under the medium section. And I can even add a location. I'll say it was found in the cafeteria. Now I'll press the Submit for Review button. And as you can see, it now says under review and that I'll get a notification once it's approved. Now I'll go back to the Items tab. And as you can see, the item we just added is right at the top, under the Awaiting Approval section. Now let's see how this looks like for an admin. On my iPad, I'm signed in as an admin account, and you can see the lunchbox that we just added appears under the Awaiting Approval section. I can also see items that have been added by other users under the Approved Items section. So to approve the item, I'll tap on it. And like on the iPhone, you can see more details about the item. But there's also a new item status switcher where I can change the status of the item from pending, approved, or rejected. So I'll change it to approved and then press the back button. And as you can see, the lunchbox joins the other items in the approved section. Now, let's turn back to the development of Swift to talk about the development process. I use Next.js, a React framework, to build the front end, and Node.js with Express to code the back end. Although it requires more time to create complex features, I opted to use the custom backend with Node.js and Express in order to provide me with future flexibility to create more advanced features. For example, in the future, I plan to add a suite of AI features as well as a map of lost items to improve the finding experience. These advanced features would be easier to implement with a custom backend. Before beginning Found, I decided to split the development into 3 phases. Phase 1 is going to be the MVP, or the minimum viable product. According to Atlassian, developers of the industry standard tool Jira, which is a project management tool, The minimum viable product is the simplest version of a product that you need to build to sell it to a market. Creating a minimum viable product first before implementing more advanced features makes sense, especially for an FBLA project because it allows me to focus on nailing the required features of my project before perfecting it and adding more advanced features later. In phase 2, I'll focus on improving the design and adding more features like the lost item map that I discussed earlier. And finally, in phase 3, I'll add AI features to make it faster to add items. During development, I use TypeScript, a superset of JavaScript, in order to reduce bugs and keep objects consistent between the front-end, database, and backend. My IDE integrated with TypeScript to alert me if parts of my code did not match the types that I created within TypeScript in order to reduce mismatches and help speed up development. Additionally, when creating new pages, I simultaneously added CSS code to make components on the page responsive. This allows Found to be used on phones, tablets, and computers, all while preserving functionality within each. Found uses the radix primitives component library, a set of components that make it easier to build the structure of a page, but to also improve accessibility. According to their website, radix primitives is a low-level UI component library with a focus on accessibility, customization, and developer experience. Each of their components adhere to the WAI area design patterns. According to w3.org, the World Wide Web Consortium, YARIA defines a way to make web content and web applications more accessible to people with disabilities. Since radix primitives supports accessibility features like area, focus management, and keyboard navigation, it enables Found to be more inclusive for every user. So that's Found, an accessible, consistent, and user-friendly application that allows users to find their items. This is only the beginning of Found's journey, and I can't wait to start building for phase 2. Here are my sources. And here are all of the tools used to build Found. And now for Q&A.